You've made a wise decision, gentlemen. Be it poison of the soul or the soil, trust that Palakana's fires will purify. Let it cleanse your sins and your refuse. You are all now members of my family. In due time, the leaders of your country will unveil a new energy initiative. Finally, your great nuclear reactors will come to life again, enriching us all. Truly, those fortunate enough to be gathered here will be made prosperous, will be made fat with wealth.
We are in your debt, my generous sage. On behalf of all citizens of Japan, thank you for cleansing our nation. I've spoken to the minister. We're clear to begin reopening the power plants.
My humblest gratitude.
If I may be so bold, you are a ray of silver light that has shone upon our burdened economy. In so many words, a savior.
Let us not forget our silent partner, Ebina-san. We owe this day to you as well. You deserve far more glory than we can offer.
Indeed. You've done a great deal for us, Ebina-san.
You honor me, Chairman. Once my organization is restructured, I look forward to sharing the public eye with you. Till then, I graciously accept your guidance, now and in the future.
Apologies, gentlemen. I fear our time is up. I'm overdue for a ritual with my flock. Farewell.
Good news, Overseer.
What is it?
We secured the girl. She's coming in on the next boat.
And am I supposed to be impressed by this? Had you settled this earlier, I wouldn't have relied on Ebina's help. If ever there comes a day when he uses this against us, it'll be your last, Dwight.
There won't, I swear.
You have all been chosen. Father Bryce has granted you the right of fire. Now, forsake yourself to the flames and save these lowly sinners. Keep going! Their impurities have not been fully purged. They are to be unspoiled, nothing less.
You have made me very proud, my children of Palakana. Even if the world were to collapse into darkness, I'm confident your flames would light the way.
You're still awake? You're no good to her exhausted, you know.
Lonnie!
I'm so sorry, Akane-san. It's all my fault.
Fucking hell. What a sorry sight. Hey. Ah! I don't particularly particularly give a shit if you run out the clock bawling like a child, but remember one thing. Kazuma Kiryu's still out there, and you've let that man down too many times already. He saw something in you. Somehow. Now get up.
You're right. It's time to go.
Start moving then. You've wasted enough time.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are back with I almost said Yakuza, with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I mean, you know what? Calling it Yakuza, Yakuza, or call it Like a Dragon, call it Ryuga Gotoku, and it's all the same thing. I mean, this studio is literally called Like a Dragon. The studio is named after its flagship franchise. So it's always a fun little thing there. Oh my god. My nose is stuffy. It's finally we're getting the like I get this way, man, when the weather changes and finally all the snow that we've gotten lately is melting and all that, so but I still got a stuffy nose, so I'm sitting here going, eh. Hell, I'm just glad that my and we turned the heat down in the house. My PC was overheating yesterday because me and my dad are polar opposites. Like, I like my living space super cold. I like it cold. He likes it really hot. So the house is just super hot last night. And just my PC, like every time I was trying to get something done, my PC was just shutting down and overheating. It was not a fun time.
Thank you.
Oh boy. So let's take a moment and talk about that cutscene that we just saw. So Bryce is a psychopath, and look, man, I really wish that we'd see more out of Bryce. I really, really like his character. I really like him as a villain. And I'm going to say this. I don't think we've really seen this in a Yakuza game. Fighting a kind of like a religious fanatics. I mean, we fought in government and other Yakuza groups, but I don't know. Outside of a sub-story, I can't think of a time that we've actually dealt with like religious fanatics, which I find very interesting. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is points in the Yakuza past that we have dealt with religious groups. Probably in 3, 4, 5, 6 that I'm forgetting because I don't know those games as well as I know 0, 1, 2. But yeah, I find his character very interesting. I find the devotion of his group very interesting. I like how, because I've gotten through everything with Bryce. His name's Bryce. Still really bugs me.
Is Chichan around?
Yeah, I like how everything goes down with him. I like the final fight.
But she bailed on us?
I don't know. Again, the fact that he's got a split billing with
Why would she do
Ebina
that now?
is a little obnoxious to me.
Age has been using her to play us like suckers. Maybe she figured now that the truth's out, we'd take revenge.
But Chichan tried to warn us, didn't she? When Polycana was on their way, she came clean. She has to know she's still one of us.
Well, think of it this way. If Chichan had given AG up just a few minutes earlier, Lonnie might still be here. Hanawa-san and Wong might still be alive.
I'm sorry, Kasuga, but Tomi's got a point there.
You too, Adachi-san. She must have had a good reason. Chichan wouldn't cut and run. I'm sure she's still around here somewhere. Chichan? Damn it, there's no answer.
Chitose, her name was? I just got a report in. She took off on her own a while ago.
Chi-chan?
Matter of fact, she swiped one of our pistols on the way out.
Huh?
That takes skill. My men know how to keep them under lock and key.
Yamai, when did Chi-chan leave? Do you know?
We clocked the piece missing just now. Girl must have left half an hour ago at least.
What would she want a gun for? She be going after Lonnie on her own?
No way in hell.
That's not what my gut's saying. She's going after them. AG and Polycana. She must know where they are.
We can't let her! Chi-chan will get herself killed!
Let's move, now!
Hey, wait! Hold on a minute. Chi-chan may know where she's going, but we don't.
So yeah, like I was saying, I'm not a big fan that Bryce had to split billing with Ebina. Kind of again like how Ichiban and Kiryu actually also had to split billing for this game. And this is a weird situation where it's not like it makes the game bad. Well, no, I do think it makes the game worse that they had to split billing. Unlike normal times where it makes the game shit, it takes I think a better game and it's still really good. You know, because I don't want to talk shit about this game because it's still a really good game. It's really fun. I like the story. I like everything. It's just I wish Bryce was able to be the big bad instead of also, like I said, having to share it with Ebina, whose story is kind of his own. Like, they aren't really, like, their plans coalesce, but their reasoning is completely different. And again, it's just like Ichiban and Kiryu having to share the front spot of this game. I'm like, I want them each to have their own game. This is still really good, but I'd like them to have their own thing. I know I talked about this in the last video, but
Trusting a bunch of blundering punks.
hey,
Leave them in your care and it all
I mean,
goes to pot?
you're not wrong.
Come on, it's not like that. Wait, let us try to make things right. Chitose, do you remember her? Has she been by here?
Why? She finally get fed up with you dimwits? Actually, I think I did see her go by a little while ago.
Please say you know where she was headed.
What? Do I look like a mind reader? I've no clue. And plenty of times passed since.
Yeah, I get it.
Chitose's going after AG. Not much we can be sure of. Either for payback or to rescue Lonnie. Either way, wherever he is, she'll be.
What's that mean for us?
It means if we find AG, we're bound to run into Chitose too.
No, shit. Well, we don't have any leads on him either.
Still another way to go. It's something. What do you think, Kasuga?
The Daidoji safe house, maybe? Hey-chan. He was there the whole time, keeping tabs on our every move. Maybe he left something we could use.
Well, stands to reason. All right, let's give it a shot. The only thing, Lisa are probably still working the scene. We'll just, keep our distance.
Yeah.
I'll be the one to say it. Chi-chan made this group feel a lot less skeezy. Am I
well,
wrong here?
You're all wearing versions of mandals, so yeah. I want a legitimate shoe between these three. Like, I'm honestly a little surprised that Adachi's not wearing, like, combat boots or something.
We were right to bolt from here when we did. The police sure moved.
Oh, if you're wondering why this started with a pause, it's because I got too close to it.
We're not getting any closer.
So I had to pause real quick right when the cutscene started.
No passport, and now no Kiryu-san.
So yeah, some joke about everybody wearing mandals. Really? That bothered me.
You guys!
Whoa, who's this? You know him?
Perhaps you don't remember us. We served Hanawise as elite aides. During the attack, we were procuring Akane-san's plane. We had no idea what was coming. We're aware of what happened thanks to the safe house's surveillance camera. Eiji Mitamura was a Polycana operative, it seems.
This seems so... about Hanawa-san and everything.
You needn't say anything. His death wasn't your fault, Kasuga-san. Mitamura played his hand well and outwitted us all. We knew that Hawaii would be unfamiliar territory, yet we came short-staffed. Our focus on Polycana left us vulnerable to certain flanks. This was a miscalculation on the part of our superiors. We'll report it as such.
Well, jeez.
We are fully aware that, if not for you, Akane-san would still be missing or dead. Hanawa died believing in our organization and this mission.
If you say so. But it's not that easy for me to believe I wasn't partly responsible.
I mean...
You get that?
Yeah, you're kind of responsible.
Believe me, we know your psych profile. We'd like to offer you our assistance.
What's that mean?
Let's find a better place to speak. Eiji Mitamura is in our sights now. We've much more intelligence than before. I'd like to share our findings with your party. It should prove useful.
What do you have in mind?
Perhaps Kiryu-san's old hotel room would serve? I trust you remember it. Our group will head there first. We shouldn't be seen traveling together.
They're pretty polite for a bunch of lizard people.
Hanawa must have raised them right.
They're putting chemicals in the water and turning the friggin' frogs gay. Look, man, say what you want about Alex Jones. That guy was fucking hilarious.
We've been waiting for you. Come in.
You know, with some of the crazy shit that we are going to fight in later chapters of this game, I'm still mad that AG never made an appearance with a rocket launcher version of his wheelchair. I'm just saying.
And underestimated the dangers he would face. Initially, Akane-san's procurement was our sole and simple objective.
Yeah, but in that case, your mission would be accomplished by now. Akane-san's at Yamai's place as we speak. You could just grab her.
Indeed. Why don't you have a seat? This may take some time to explain. To put it briefly, Daidoji's plans now extend beyond Akane-san herself. Polycana's actions have illuminated certain aspects of the mission which were otherwise obscured. That is, Akane-san's charge, the girl Lonnie, is Polycana's true target.
So Daidoji faction, Yamai's gang, it's all the same story.
Excuse me?
Yamai was chasing Akane-san without any idea why, just like you. All over Hawaii, people were hunting Akane-san just because they knew someone else was too. Everyone, desperate for a little more pull underground or a one-up on their enemies.
I understand. From your perspective,
why does that surprise you, Kasuga? You were a part of the criminal underworld. Why is that surprising? That always kind of gets me about Kasuga, is that he's a little naive about this whole, you were a criminal, dude. I mean, you know, you're a good guy, I get it, but you were still a Yakuza. Why is it surprising to you that the underworld would do all this?
Radioactive waste involved. Polycana has offered to dispose of it.
What?
We've been told Nele Island, their nerve center, possesses the facility
Excuse me.
to see it buried. Polycana was able to coordinate this arrangement thanks to one man, Ebina, of the Seiryu clan.
Ebina? Seriously?
Waste is the ultimate quandary for any nuclear society. Reactors can pose more harm than good because of it. Considering that, Ebina and Polycana represented a true godsend. The men at the top couldn't be happier, of course. They could restart the generators, construct new plants, even export them to smaller nations for massive profit. However, the Daidoji faction knows when something is too good to be true. We are certain there's some sort of pitfall lying in wait here.
Okay, a A pitfall? What do you mean?
We're not sure. The only people who would know for certain are the ones who offered the deal. To understand Polycana's true intentions, superficial negotiations will not suffice. We have to dissect them. And the only way to manage that is with the proper bait.
So they're just bait to you? Akane-san and Lonnie?
Yes. The Daidoji faction has seen fit to share that with us under the circumstances. Hanawa's death was unusually blindsiding.
So give it to us straight. You're Daidoji guys. You're like actual evil masterminds.
We are a shadow power in Japan. That said, the shadows aren't what they once were.
So why come to Hawaii and play proxy war with Polycana? It can't just be as simple as stopping a bad deal.
You misunderstand us entirely. Our interests lie solely in the prosperity of Japan. We simply place our focus on long-term planning rather than short-term profit. Polycana's waste disposal is unlikely as secure as they claim, nor worth what they'd siphon from our taxes. When the future comes, what sort of country will our children inherit? That's the question every patriot must answer honestly.
Huh. Spoken like a true man in black.
Okay.
I've got a question.
I guess that makes
Assuming
sense.
we get Lonnie back, what would be your next move?
Just as before, we would escort her out of Polycana's reach. We still
I don't know.
have
I
aircraft
still kind of sit there and go,
Okay.
I
In
don't
that case, let's say
know.
that right now, our goals are the same. Keeping Akane-san and Lonnie from Polycana's hands.
Certainly. Only one impediment. The man who betrayed us for the enemy.
Yeah. H-on. You said before, you found out more about him?
Eiji Mitamura. Surprisingly, that's actually his real name. Started out as a political reporter for the Toto Post.
H-on worked at a paper?
Indeed. Until his abrupt termination 5 years ago. After he was found guilty for vehicular assault.
Some kind of hit and run?
Seemingly. However, Mitamura insisted he was framed by Yakuza in his testimony. He specifically named the Arakawa family, saying they were colluding with the police commissioner.
What?
Apparently, he'd been on their case for some time, picking up evidence of corruption. Mitamura was good enough at his job to be considered a threat. And so, he had to be silenced. So, after another long, exhausting day on the beat, our reporter was driving home when, suddenly, a pedestrian steps in front of his car.
And AG says it was the Arakawa family setting him up.
No real proof, of course. Then the car's EDR footage was examined in court. The victim was moving erratically. Even so, there's still nothing conclusive there. And when the victim denied any connection to Arakawa, it was the final nail. Fortunately, with only minor injuries sustained, it was ruled a fairly slight driver's error. He got off with a fine of a few 100,000 yen. However, his public reputation was another matter.
Supposing the Arakawas really were behind the accident. Regardless of the verdict, they got what they were after the moment it happened. You said AG had no proof. Why do I feel like you know there's more to it?
Even if the Arakawa family planned the incident, Masumi Arakawa's involvement is doubtful at best. No single reporter, however much noise they're making, would draw the Patriarch's attention. That said, Joe Sawashiro is another matter entirely. We would have to admit, this seems quite like his handiwork.
You know,
It's really true.
I think AG has more reason to hate the Yakuza than Ebina.
Mafia, Yakuza, whatever.
And
We both
I
had
think
our
his
lives
reasonings
fucked by
are
these people.
a lot better. I mean, it's an interesting way to go about the story because again, the guy
Where does AG
essentially
go
lost
from
his
there?
career, his
After being let
livelihood,
go,
just everything.
he decided to take up a new cause. A non-profit organization.
Yeah, and he has connections to Bleach Japan.
H-on?
You know, now that I think about it, I completed the Yakuza or the Ichiban portion
Yakuza
of the last
business,
chapter,
like
and
Japan, must have seemed quite noble.
AG
Hardly
wasn't
difficult to see
there.
why
It was
he
all
turned
Polycana.
Mitamura
Interesting.
flourished within their network. Ryo Aoki quickly took notice of him, gave him leadership over the entire Tokyo metropolis.
Wasn't Kume the head of the Yokohama branch? That's some trick of fate, huh, Kasuga?
Yeah. One thing, though. So if Eichan hates Yakuza as much as he seems to, why would he work with Ebina?
And it also gives him a really good reason to hate Ichiban because of what he did to Bleach Japan. Again, I think actually making Eichan one of the main villains as opposed to Ebina makes a whole hell of a lot more sense.
Hold on. You really think so? AG's a true believer in the dissolution. Okay, maybe.
But Ebina needed to exist to give Kiryu a better
I can't imagine crossing those lines for
better target to fight, even though I don't think he's even that connected to Ebina.
Will just have to give us answers himself.
All right, on. So what's next? Ebina recruits AG, who takes Chitose's channel over?
Once a reporter, always a reporter? Or a gossipy VTuber in this case.
And now, the channel's practically Ebina's mouthpiece.
Mitamura is likewise Ebina's proxy in Hawaii. Polycona's support strengthens him considerably. Lonnie is the key here. Without her, we fail. Kiryu-san's legacy, Hanawa's sacrifice, all will amount to nothing.
Yeah, no shit, but we're still dead in the water over here.
Oh, Chichan sent me a text!
Whoa, what'd she say?
It's just a picture. Looks like some kind of bar? She just took it. Think Chichan wants us to meet her there?
Could that be where AG's holed up?
Tell me, any chance you know this place? Please say you do.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I got this.
Shit, yeah!
Kasuga-san, do you believe Lonnie's there as well?
Better get there fast. Find out.
Thanks, guys!
Hanawa-san, I hope you're
So
safe in
we're
that
gonna
girl's
run to a
eyes.
place called Club Guilty. Their logo is essentially a big
Ichiban.
like handcuffs and Club Guilty, handcuffs and shit. It looks cool. It's got a really neat aesthetic, but the name and everything does not make me think of a nightclub. It makes me think of some sort of weird sex club. Just saying. I was almost hit by that truck.
Right here, Ichiban. Club Guilty. Supposedly, it's one of the most exorbitant clubs in Hawaii.
Really?
Seedy as hell.
I wonder what's going
Well,
down.
exorbitant and seedy don't really mix, in my opinion. Just saying.
Chichan's calling. Can you hear us? It's me. You okay, Chichan?
I was searching for AG. It was the only way I could think to make amends to you all.
You don't owe us amends. We can do this together. Just...
Please, listen to me. AG is inside. In Club Guilty, all the way in the back. A VIP table. He's drinking, laughing. There's Polygana everywhere.
Okay, gotcha. Chichan, are you inside?
Yeah.
We're on our way. Let's do this as a team. Eichan's ours. We'll get Lonnie back too.
There's no time. And what are you saying? We're not on the same team.
You think that's gonna stop him?
AG
Come on.
manipulated you with my help. If you come after me, I might have to kill you too.
Well, you remember what I said to you back in District 5? Chichan, nothing's changed since then. I made the decision to trust you. That was my choice. No regrets. Believe me, everything's gonna be okay.
Never doubt this man's heart, girl.
Hang in there, Chichan. Tell her I said we're coming.
For God's sake, Tony, some speaker.
Okay. See you inside.
Okay.
Hey, it's Kasuga! The hell are you doing here?
I think a friend of mine has a table inside. You mind? I'll just squeeze.
Okay, everybody keep an eye out. Do any of these guys have face tattoos?
Hey, fellas! Looks like we got ourselves a new punching bag.
Of all the kinds of people I dislike in the world, people with face tattoos rank above everyone. I hate the shit out of face tattoos.
Looks like I'm up.
What I always I remember the oh god, it was the Daniel Tosh bit on, you know, oh, I need advice, you know, I need advice on this problem. Who should I ask? Maybe the wise old man with the spider permanently tattooed on his face. You know, you never see these people as old men.
You think I'm stupid?
Yes, but that's beside the point.
Brace yourself!
Ready as I'll ever be.
I'm up! Let's get it done!
That felt good. Think I'm getting stronger. Now, inside.
Yeah, I really like that logo. Everybody dance! Everybody dance! If I had a camera right now, you'd all be vomiting. Mainly because... Oh wait, no, I am wearing a shirt. I had to think about it for a second.
Reliable as ever. Hey, Kasuga-san! Come on over!
How would he hear you over the music and the other people? Oh, just another day in Chicago. And if anybody wants to go, oh, AJ, that's mean. Come on. I remember back when there were going to be casinos opening in Chicago, like the city. Me and my dad were like, oh my god, that's going to be a mess. And then what happens, like day one, people are getting robbed. People, you know, cars are getting broken into. We're like, yeah, no shit.
You ain't running from me.
You're going down.
All right.
So, you know, I'm sorry, a joke about a gun in a club, I stand by it.
Got you now.
I love how that move is literally called Flailing Frenzy.
Ass kicking time. I'm up.
You know, with those metal tables being hit by that, you must have some sort of spinal injury now.
Oh, that's fine work. Kasuga-san, look. Standing ovation.
He's not with you? Where did you take her?
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry, but girl's already dead.
Huh? What'd you say? Shit. No more fucking around!
Oh. If it's any consolation to you boys, we disposed of her ages ago, so don't blame yourselves, okay? You'd have never made it here in time. Came all this way for nothing. Sucks, doesn't it? But hey, you guys got to party at a trendy club at least. Night wasn't a total loss, right? Right? Oh, and Kasuga-san, you'll have to pay for the property damage.
I gotta be honest, I don't get why they don't just kill Lonnie. there's really not a reason to keep her alive?
Lonnie's still alive, isn't she?
Chitose.
Chi-chan.
Yeah, I can't.
I listened in on you saying that Bryce is expecting her.
I mean, she's got that will, but I mean, nobody would know about the will because nobody knows about that she's carrying the will.
Where is she?
Everybody's just looking for the girl for some reason.
You really think I
So
would
really,
shoot
it makes sense to kill Lonnie, but yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Just calm down for a second.
I'm just being honest here.
One question. How did you know I'd be here right now?
I snuck a GPS transmitter into your bag. Planted it at the Daidoji safe house, actually.
I really like Chitose with this haircut. I'm usually not into chicks with like that kind of like short hair. It works for her.
Treachery just flows in her veins. The girl's a fucking genius at it. See, that's why I used her. Her channel made that clear from the start.
I answered your question. Now talk. Tell me what I want to know. Where is Lonnie?
Right away.
Lonnie!
Chito, behind you!
Seriously though, what is the point of keeping her alive? I still can't figure it out. Anybody who knows this game's plot, let me know, because it just really doesn't make sense why they're keeping her alive.
Leave me and get Lonnie!
Just save your breath, would you?
It's unnecessary.
Honestly, you'd shoot a man in cold blood? You know, your parents would be mortified by your behavior.
I mean,
don't you regret being such a disappointment?
When you call it shooting a man in cold blood, if she shot you, seeing your history, I'd shoot him. We're gonna get more of their history explained after this fight, but seriously though, I mean,
great job, Chi-chan.
I don't blame her for wanting to shoot you in the face.
Lonnie's coming with us.
You're damn right. Can't bear to see her like that. We'll save her.
Let me fight too. I know I have no right to ask, but I'm begging you. Let me fight.
For sure. Good with you?
Like she'd even listen to me if it wasn't.
Let's make this quick. One of our team needs first aid. Now. Yeah.
You know, I kind of like how after fights in cutscenes, you actually see them with cuts and bruises on their face.
Let's do it.
I don't know, it's just a neat detail. It kind of makes it look like, you know, it really makes them look like they've gone through, you know, a battle during these cutscenes.
Prepare yourself! Surprise!
Ready as I'll ever be.
Let's get it done!
My eyes!
I'm up! Going in!
I can do this!
You're in it now!
Let's do this!
Let's go, let's go! That's picking time!
Time to go all out!
Better let another one in the back!
Graham, while you...
Lonnie!
So if you're hearing a weird sound in the background, my fan just started making it.
Lonnie!
So persistent.
Excuse me.
Hey, John.
Oh, this scene
Just a little girl.
is super dumb. And not dumb in the fun Yakuza way. Like, this scene makes no goddamn sense.
We were both lying to each other. Everything was an act. I was the poor kid in a chair, and you.
I'm still mad that it never got, like,
with a human.
it was spiked wheels or something, or shot missiles out of it. I'm still mad that they never did that.
Okay. Kasuga-san can have her. He's fought so hard. Take this too. They come in a set.
Okay, he says they come in a... Oh, well, I guess her and the bomb. Okay, never mind. Because when you say they come in a set, I was like, wait, shouldn't you have two bombs then?
You better stay still. There we go. You can relax now. Lonnie-chan's all yours. Bryce might be mad, but he was only going to kill her anyway.
Which just makes me ask the question, why is she alive now then?
Don't do this! Hey, John!
I already told you. That's not my name.
Also, this is another reason why I kind of wish this guy was the main villain, just because he's a bit of a psycho. And he seems brilliant, he seems like a nut job, I like him. For the love of God, somebody grab the pipe bomb. Thank you, Kasuga. What do you two could have caught it, idiots? Yeah, because you're not close enough that would kill you. And again, Chi-chan, really, you went after Lonnie and not the bomb? I would have gone... I mean, again, he's fucking with him. But go after the bomb. The kid's probably going to be okay.
Bomb, you imbeciles. It doesn't detonate on impact.
Well, how would they know? You said it was a bomb. It looks like a pipe bomb.
Is what sets it off.
And so far, okay. I think they made some weird decisions, like not going after the bomb first and settle whatever. This is where this gets extra stupid. So she's picking her up and carrying her up the stairs.
How tenacious. Wrong way, though.
Hey, John! Lonnie!
So, and she gets taken. Okay, first off, ow. But what?
Hey, John!
Okay.
Damn it!
AG, what was your plan? Pushing her down the stairs
Hey, John!
and giving Lonnie to them, but
Oh-wee-ho. Kasuga-san.
did you just expect Chitose to pull him up? What was your plan? Like, how did you expect to get her back? I guess it would have been his goons with the gas masks. But either way, I think the dumber question is, Chitose, what the fuck were you doing? It's tear gas. Keep her, like, pull her back. Don't go forward where you know AG and them are. Like, yeah, it's not going to be fun to have her get a whole bunch of tear gas in the face, but it's better than... I think that whole scene was really just...
For what it's worth.
Was really contrived to just kind of reset the board.
I did everything he asked. AG had me over a barrel. I knew that Akane
name of their spicy anime.
Can you tell us what you know, Chi-chan? A-chan and Ebina. Anything more about them? And the Tatara channel, too.
Oh, yeah. And the channel really screwed us all, huh? That VTuber character. I mean, the person inside of her. That was Chitose, huh? And you'd say whatever AG told you to.
Right. But that only started about 3 years ago. I had been streaming longer than that. I started out on my own for about 4 years.
But it wasn't a a call-out channel or whatever at first.
Right. When I debuted, all I wanted was to talk about stupid, frivolous stuff. I came up with the name. Even drew the character myself. She didn't animate well back then. Just flipped between my crummy still drawings.
That's quite a difference from now.
And then, AG offered the channel funds to commission a big-time artist and increase viewership. She was still the Tatara that I designed, but she was different, too. Now, she was sexier. More chest shots and all that.
Tale as old as time. Being retold digitally. I can't imagine that felt too great on your end.
Back in the beginning, getting 10 viewers meant the world to me. It really was the time of my life. It was the first time I felt something real. You see, since I was born, everything was dictated by my parents. My hobbies, my schoolwork, even my best friends, people I trusted for years, turned out to be on my father's take. The housekeepers would spy on me. They'd tell my parents everything I did.
How the hell can someone grow up like that?
My only reprieve was crawling under the covers at night to hide the glare of my phone. Then I could stream as Hisoka Tatara, and I could finally feel like myself. How dumb is that? Fake name, fake appearance, fake voice. But that's when I felt like the real me. The Tatara channel was something I started because I needed to escape. And then 3 years ago, it changed.
How'd it happen?
Around that time, the Fujinomiya cargo tanker sank. Do you remember? Over 20 crew members on board. And all of them died.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that, I think. Containers were overloaded. I caught some of the press conferences apologizing for it.
Well, totally missed that.
The Fujinomiya Group's chairman, my father, wanted to cover it up.
You're kidding me.
Completely by accident, I found the documents where my father ordered the information suppressed. Not only did they toss away human lives, they tried to act like it never even happened. I made copies and mailed those documents to every TV station and paper I knew. And then, nobody did a thing. So as ridiculous as it seemed, I brought it up on the Tatara channel.
Seriously? What happened then?
On a channel with an all-time high of 10 viewers? Absolutely nothing. Well, no. There was some response. Fake. Who cares? Shitty vibes tonight. People peeled off one by one.
Normally,
I was talking to an empty
I feel like I would say, I don't want to listen to VTubers talk about
Everyone
politics or whatever, but no, I listen to a few VTubers talk politics and whatnot. You know, there are a few of them. People like Kirsha.
Tamura tracked me down.
People like, I guess Pipkin Pippa sometimes talks politics. There's a
AG
few
was
others.
A reporter at a paper before that. The Yakuza ruined him, though, somehow.
Yeah.
I mostly watch Pippa
then,
because she's fucking
found my
insane,
stream.
and that's really funny.
Tatara, he figured, must be someone close to my family. He also deduced that it was most likely a student. After that, I was the only one who fit the profile. We talked, and AG gave me a present. It was a script to read on my stream, written in much more provocative language.
A script? So he really was feeding you lines this whole time.
We called out the Fujinomiya's pull among the wealthy elite and the media. Named every name. Then, that video got picked up everywhere. It really had a buzz. Once it was all over the net, mainstream outlets couldn't ignore it. People started cutting deals. Executives who knew they were culpable coughed up more evidence for leniency.
Right, that explains it. Those press conferences I remembered seeing.
Yeah. The public's outrage kept growing, and soon, my father couldn't avoid the line of fire. He told me to get out of the country until things cooled down. Been in Hawaii ever since. It was nice, at first.
So, in a roundabout way, you ended up freeing yourself from your family. Now I get it. Bet your parents would have never let you dress like this.
What, too much skin for you? Actually, it makes for a pretty good disguise. So they don't object. You wouldn't know it by their faces when we video call, though. Because of the tanker scandal, and AG guiding the narrative, the Fujinomiya group finally faced consequences. Honestly...
I mean, they're saying too much skin. Like, she's really not dressed that provocatively.
Some kind of modern-day hero.
Again, compared to what San He wears.
Chi-chan, anyone would have felt that way. So, if all of that happened 3 years ago, what came next?
AG and I started operating the Tatara channel jointly. Our entire focus was calling out corrupt public figures. AG would unearth scoops and write our scripts.
Sorry for the
stories were accurate.
sputter
well
there.
Researched. Most importantly, they were sensational. Politicians, CEOs, celebrities.
Again, I keep saying it. There's something weird about OBS. It keeps doing that to me.
More and more people started watching our videos, of course. Our subscriber count kept growing. Kept growing so fast it was ridiculous.
That sounds like the Tatara channel we're familiar with now.
Believe me.
I mean, I don't know. It's doing it with this game. My other games, as far as I can tell, is not doing it too.
People in charge like we did. And then, little by little, AG's scripts started going off the rails. He wrote about an ex-Yakuza who claimed he had reformed, but was still double-dealing in secret. At the time, it seemed like another legitimate exposé. But after that stream went out, more and more scripts came in about former criminals who were trying to make a new start. People who'd already paid their debt to society, made a spectacle of.
Well, he must have sensed his game plan at that point. Feed you and the viewers real scoops first to amass an audience, then start on his actual objective.
Hisoka Tatara became a puppet, dancing on his shitty little strings. And I was being used to ruin the lives of people who didn't deserve it. I never wanted that. Tatara was never supposed to be like this. This vindictive little tattletale.
I like how earlier she said something about how, you know, all the chest shots or whatever over a VTuber model. I'm like, well, but that's VTubing.
That was when he threatened to go public with my
I thought that was VTubing.
And the name
I thought that was part of it.
His Yakuza benefactor started getting thrown around. So I shut up and read the next script. The hero of Yokohama, exploiting ex-Yakuza to do his bidding.
Now I get it.
After that, you all know the rest.
Let me ask one thing. You defied Achan, even though he could ruin you. What made you do that?
Akane-san. Lani was all alone, and she protected her. She's an old woman, but still willing to risk her life to do good. Once I saw her, I just couldn't live with myself anymore.
I see.
But I know that doesn't make up for the channel. For all the evil I've done. Eiji frightened me so much, I couldn't openly oppose him. Back at Akane-san's house, when I, did what I did to you.
It was to buy you time, hoping you'd find Akane-san on your own.
Because Meiji had given me orders. Pose as the housekeeper, he said. And when Ichiban comes, get in with him. He was betting you'd find her before anyone else.
And so, Chi-chan, you thought that by stealing my clothes and getting me arrested for indecency, you were actually helping me out in the long run.
Yeah? I'm not a pro spy or anything. I was desperate. When Eiji asked what happened, I figure I'd make something up about unexpected trouble. Only... then Kiryu-san showed up and got involved. So at District 5, he gave me one last chance to start following you. If I failed again, he would tell my family everything I'd done.
What a scheme.
In the end, I was too weak and scared to do anything but go along with it. And now Hanawa-san and Wong are dead.
You know, I
Kane-san
keep
and
forgetting
Lonnie are
about
still in
Wong.
danger.
In the last chapter, they kept talking about this particular character and something. This is for Wong, and I was like, who the fuck is Wong?
Right. I swear to you.
Can we believe that? A born traitor will stab you in the back again and again.
You're right. I guess. There's nothing left to say.
Hey, you all right with this, Kasuga?
Tomi has a pretty valid point. Maybe traitors can't be trusted. Of course.
Could you hear the turnaround coming in his voice?
That's rich coming from him.
I just knew someone would bring that up. I knew.
Chichan, when we first met, for whatever reason, you took everything I had on me. Except this. You knew I wanted to give it to Akane-san. That it was important. We talked about it while we ate, remember? That's why you left it with me, isn't it?
Maybe. Or maybe I just thought I wouldn't be able to pawn it.
Could be. Either way, I appreciate it. Because it really is something important. And I never got to say this. Thank you, Chichan.
This fucking guy.
This was supposed to be my apology. Why are you like this? Okay. Thank you too, Ichiban.
Awesome. That takes care of all that. Lonnie's still Hawaii's hottest commodity, and Akane-san can't protect her anymore. As it is, there's nothing in the world that'll keep me from seeing this through. Everyone, I'll need your help though. Let's make things right for them.
Count on me.
Come on. You even have to ask?
Mm-hmm. I'm here to stay.
Yeah. Welcome back, Chichan.
So then, the Kasuga party is reunited once and for all.
Damn right! Now!
Cheers!
Alright guys, on that note, we're going to close out here. Please forgive me that the next video is going to be another extra video. It's just I've got so much just of the side content recorded. I got to get them out. So I'm kind of going to alternate main story that. So that's the plan. Thank you for watching. Social media in the description as always. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next one. But until then, I'm out.
Yeah.